Hello. Ukraine actually treats all the nuclear threats on the side of Russia pretty seriously. I mean, we understand that having no real successes on the ground, for instance, Russia didn't succeed to control any of those four Ukrainian regions which Russia announced as annexed to Russia. They might, turn to the worst scenario, to the usage of tactical nuclear weapons against Ukraine. And that's why we understand that this is all serious for us. And moreover, these false accusations of Ukraine to have some kind of dirty bomb, we consider it's just a justification for Russia to increase its capabilities to conduct trainings and possibly to arrange a nuclear strike, because they will claim it's done in response to the threat falsely they're accusing us of.
Now, Maria, Australia is set to join other countries in Operation Interflex. What will this involve, and how helpful will it be to Ukrainian troops?
It's very helpful. So first of all, Ukrainian army is getting completely complying with the international NATO, first of all, or Western, let's say, standards of using the weapons. Secondly, we are preparing the staff, the military staff, which will be capable of using the specific sophisticated weapons which are now being sent to Ukraine. And of course, it's part of, let's say, military support to Ukraine. So basically, the aim of this international mission on training Ukrainian armed forces is to prepare very high professional, skilled militaries capable of using specific types of weapons, which Ukraine started using when NATO and Ukrainian allies outside of NATO started sending to us.
And of course, Ukrainian troops are preparing to retake the strategic region of Kherson. How difficult will it be to succeed here?
Counteroffensive in Kherson is going on, but it's a different story from, for instance, recent rapid, efficient counteroffensive in Kharkiv region. In Kherson, for geographic reasons, for landscape reasons, for a different defense lines built by Russia, it's a bit slower, but still, let's say, very understandable. So Russians have no possibility logistically to support their troops on the right bank of Dnipro River. So now they are facing the necessity either to stay and to face the street fights in Kherson at some point, or to withdraw using the pontoon bridges, temporary pontoon bridges, because regular bridges were already destroyed and they simply cannot, logistically support their troops on the other side. So in Kherson, we both understand, I mean, Ukraine and Russia, that it is strategic for both sides. And that's why Ukraine will continue trying to recapture control of it.
How long do you think the battle will last here? Weeks or months?
I think that if Ukraine will not succeed to recapture Kherson up to the end of December, then the counteroffensive will be postponed to the beginning of March, just for winter and for weather reasons in Ukraine, because land operations cannot be conducted effectively, armored vehicles cannot be used effectively when there is no good frozen land, let's say, suitable for usage by land forces. So in case it's not finished in a couple of closest months, then it will be just continued as soon as weather will allow to do that at the beginning of spring.
And Maria, Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky has accused Russian forces of craziness in their efforts to capture the eastern town of Bakhmut, which has been the center of Russian attacks for months.
Exactly, because in Donetsk region, the front line has been almost frozen since the beginning of summer. So Russia has no successes for almost 5 months there. And that's why they are using against Bakhmut, they are using the same tactics which they used against cities in Luhansk region, Severodonetsk or Popasna. They're just raising them out of the surface of the out of the surface of the earth with heavy artillery. And that's what's going on now in Bakhmut. And there are the main problem here for Ukrainians is to get out of the city, because there are still people who didn't, agree to evacuate earlier, and now it's physically almost not possible for them to evacuate, just to sit in the bomb shelters and wait until the heavy artillery will stop shelling.
And just lastly, what do Ukrainians think? I understand a recent poll suggests most are still in support of resistance rather than a negotiated truce.
Exactly. So as of now, 90% of Ukrainians on those territories which we control state that Ukraine should win this war without political or territorial concessions to Russia, and Russia has to withdraw from entire Ukrainian. So the resilience is very high. It supports the political authorities and the army while they are doing their job. And what is very important, that Ukraine does not believe that even some, let's say, territorial concessions like recognition of annexation of Crimea, for instance, will help to stop the war. So we understand that Russia will continue attacking Ukraine. It will be just postponed attack. So that's why we are very straightforward to in our policy to make Russian forces withdraw from the entire Ukrainian soil.
Maria Zolkina, thanks so much for talking to us.